Good morning. This is Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag outlook for Thursday, January the 4th. Market's pretty quiet here overnight. Not much of a range, a little bit of a negative tilt, barely a penny range here in the corn, not even a dime in the soybean market nor the wheat. Markets just seem to be stuck right now between trying to come out of the holiday type mode while also aware that we do have a major USDA crop report next Friday, the 12th. Over the next couple of days, we'll be putting together our estimates for this USDA data. Large speculative traders yesterday were net sellers of roughly 2,500 contracts in the wheat, net buyers across the board everywhere else. Starting to see a little bit of an open interest rebuilding with corn, beans, and wheat all higher with yesterday's trade. Weather-wise, not much change. Good rains are expected over much of the northern growing regions of Brazil into middle part of January, continuing to replenish soil moisture, which had been lost over last few months of heat and dryness. Conditions are expected to be mostly favorable across southern Brazil and Argentina with a good mix of sun and rain. However, net drying is expected, which is needed after much above normal rains here in recent weeks. Total soybean production right now in South America between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay is forecast at 219 million metric tons by the USDA, that in their December report. That's well above the previous record of 195 million metric tons 3 years ago. In all likelihood, we'll be looking for lower numbers next week, led by declines in Brazil, maybe a little bit of an uptick in Argentina, but overall, I would not expect this cumulative figure to fall below 210 million metric tons, which I think in all likelihood will diminish any rally attempts here over the $13 level, at least for now. In corn, new contract lows yesterday before a bit of a late day rebound. Markets just seem to be in search of fresh demand, although U.S. corn prices are already below that being offered from South America through the spring months. Ethanol production later today. Demand here has been quite strong as of late, despite the collapse in profit margins really over the last few months. That said, I wouldn't rule out a 25 or 50 million bushel increase from the USDA next week, just simply on the pace analysis. However, unless we see much lower production here in the U.S. next week, ending stocks will remain over 2 billion bushels, limiting upside potential. Corn just still in search of a bullish spark to stimulate some sort of a short covering momentum. In wheat, so far the markets have shrugged off forecasts for bitter cold dipping down into central and western Russia and northern parts of Ukraine by the middle part of next week. Much of this growing area is snow covered, which will, although some areas are not, so that will be vulnerable to winter kill. Same here in the U.S. U.S. Central Plains and Midwest brace for much cooler temperatures next week as well. Winter seems to finally be arriving here. A touch lower to start off with. Weekly ethanol numbers, like I said, 10 o'clock this morning. We'll see if we get any fresh demand news. We'll also get updates here on the U.S. Drought Monitor later this morning. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day.